Miss Mull, what instrument do you want me to play?
Go to the snare drums for a second.
Okay, that's what
Okay, so hello.
Hello.
How is everybody today?
Good.
All right, so we're going to look at Greyhawk Overture today. So I want to start with snares first. So Madeline, we're going to look at measures 1 through 10.
Okay.
So take a look at these measures and what rhythmic value are we going to be playing for the most part in measures 1 through 10?
Eighth notes.
A lot of eighth notes, yeah, and a lot of quarter rests too, and like the occasional quarter note. I think there's like 2 in there, but anyway, we're pretty much just going to be playing eighth notes. So before I have you play this, take a look at the time signature in this piece. What time signature are we in?
4/4.
We are in 4/4. So if the quarter note gets the beat in 4/4, how many eighth notes are going to be in one beat?
In one beat?
In one beat, yeah. Absolutely, yeah, 2. So this is where our subdivision skills are really going to come in handy for this. So let us do this snare. So we're going to speak our rhythms from measures 1 through 10 on like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'll clap the steady beat while you just speak your rhythm so you can kind of feel where the beats lie when you're doing your subdividing, okay? So we're going to go about this speed, like 1, 2, 3, or I'm going to start from 1 to 10. Okay, so and 1, 2, ready, and okay, just a second. So you're going to speak the rhythms that you're going to be playing.
Speak mine?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And you can speak out a little bit.
Yes.
Don't be shy. It's all fun. Okay.
Do you want me to the rest or?
No, you still have to speak.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay. And one more time. And 1, 2, ready, and
1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 3 and 1 and 4 and 1 and 3 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 and
okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, that was awesome. You did really great. Okay, so now let's put what you just said with your sticks, okay? So look at the first measure, and there's, right above the time signature, there's a little, like, blurb that gives you some direction. What does it tell you to do? Right? And
snares off.
yeah, so make sure your snares are off.
I was trying to figure out how to do that on this one. I don't see where it's at.
You are up. Here, let me see.
You're up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Measure up,
There's
further. Yep.
There you go. Yeah. So make sure you turn those snares off at least from measures 1 through 10. Okay? So we're just going to do the exact same thing we just did. And I want you to speak it again, but with playing this time. Okay. And 1, 2, ready. Great job. Okay, so, all right, brass. So before we start playing, I want to test your interval knowledge really quick. So look at these 2 sets of notes right here up on the board. So let's look at this first set right here. So what is the interval distance between these 2 notes? Does anybody have an idea? Yes?
I'm counting.
Okay.
4.
Perfect fourth?
Yes.
Okay, you were absolutely correct. It is a perfect fourth. Great job. Okay, so now let's look at these 2 sets of notes. Is it a perfect fourth like this one? It's not? So what do you think it is?
So 5th.
It is a perfect fifth. Absolutely correct. Okay, so I kind of saw Maria like thinking it out a little bit. So like, since you guys got it all perfectly right up here, I want you guys to tell me how you guys find the difference when you're looking in music or looking up on the board, the difference between a perfect fourth and fifth. Like, what are y'all's thought process? And there's no right or wrong answer because you guys got it completely right. Yes, Maria?
So I count the spaces and the lines and how to one point to the next. And so whenever I get in the middle is what the
Absolutely. I do the same thing too. So there's nothing wrong with doing that at all. And it clearly is helpful. Yeah. Does anybody else have a thought process they'd like to share?
I
Yes.
did the notes in the scale each one.
Oh, yeah.
So either up or down. So I go from C, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how I got 4.
Okay.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
You know, I don't think about it that way, but that's really interesting how we all perceive music differently. That's so cool. Okay, but yeah, great job, you guys. That was awesome. Okay, so trombones, sit tight for just a second. I want to look at you guys' trumpets now. You guys start on measure 3, and you guys have like the main theme or like the melody of the song, at least in measures like 3 through 10. And so as you can see, there's a lot of ascending and descending, like perfect fourths and fifths. So make sure you guys are spotting those differences with the way that you shared with us just now while playing measures 3 through 10. So let's just dive right in. Let's just give it a whirl. We'll go about that speed. Okay. And 1, 2, ready. Okay, that was really great. Awesome. All right, so moving right along, trombones, it's your turn to do this page, but you guys don't come in until which measure?
10.
Yeah, so you guys are going to be sitting for a little while, and you don't have the full score in front of you, but you guys are pretty much playing one measure on the first page. So I just want to hear just measure 10 before we put it all together. And so you guys kind of have the melody that the trumpets had earlier, but you're just going to play it for this one measure. So you kind of get a little taste of the melody here. Okay, so starting on measure 10 and only measure 10.
Okay.
Okay, and 1, 2, ready. Okay, what's that third note?
It's a B flat.
Yeah.
I didn't play that.
What's the slide position, do you know?
It's just 1.
It is 1, okay, so make sure you're doing a lot more air when you get up there to not make it flat. You got this? Okay, just one more time. I believe it. Okay, and 1, 2, ready. It's okay, it's okay. You're gonna get there, I believe it. Okay, so let's just put it all together. So snares, you'll come on the first measure. Trumpets, you'll be coming in on the third measure. And trombones, we're just gonna do 1 through 10, so you're gonna come in on 10. So I'll cue you in. Okay. And 1, 2, ready. That was good. That was awesome. It sounded a lot better when we all came together. That was awesome. All right, so moving on from that, so Madeline, I know that you've been playing snare for a while, and the bass drum comes in at measure 10, but I want you to keep playing the snare from like measure 1 through 10, and when it gets to measure 11, just switch to bass drum, and you're only going to be really playing the bass drum from 11 to 15. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so just switch over to bass drum just for this couple measures. I just want to go from 11 to 15. And bass drums and trombones, actually, if you look at measures 11 through 15, I know you guys don't have the full score in front of you, but you guys pretty much have the exact same rhythmic values, so your parts should line up very evenly and be played at the same time, at least for the most part. So there really isn't too much to this part, so bass drum and trombones, let's play from measures 11 through 15. And trombones, I know you're kind of Johnny one note here, except for like the G up there, so I think you got this in the bag. I'm not even worried. Let's do it. Let's just knock it out. Okay, so bass drum and trombone. We're just going from 11 to 15. Okay. And 1, 2, ready. Let's do this. Just you guys, okay?
Just me.
Yep.
Okay.
Just make sure that's consistent. You're playing the same note the whole time. Make sure you don't change it up with your embouchure or your air either. Okay? And 1, 2, ready. That was a little bit better than last time. Yeah, we're gonna press on though, but you guys got this. Okay, so snares, or Madeline, y'all don't come back in until measure 19. So when it does get to measure 19, just switch back over to the snare drum. And measures 19 through 27 is like virtually the same as 1 through 10 with like the 8th note and that occasional quarter note and quarter rest patterns, just in like different successions, I guess. So I want you to play on your drum from 19 through 28, but subdivide out loud as you do, like we did earlier where we counted like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but you're going to be playing the instrument this time. And before I have you play anything, I want everybody to look at measure 26, okay? So there's a rhythmic change that occurs through here. Can anybody tell me what that change might be? Yes, Maria?
It's 3/4.
Is in 3/4. So yeah, we've been playing in 4/4 this whole time up until like measure 26 where it changes into 3/4. So be aware of that change. Circle it if you have to because it kind of sneaks up on you a little bit. All right, so especially when you're subdividing out loud, make sure when you get to 26 that you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and. All right, so let's just start on measure 19, just snares, and make sure you count out loud while you're playing with the sticks, okay? And 1, 2, ready. 1 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 3, 1. Okay, yeah, you spotted that rhythmic change really well and it didn't phase you at all. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so brass. Trumpets, oh, yes, Matt.
Do you want my snare on?
Oh my gosh, yes, I completely forgot to mention that. That was totally my bad. So yeah, when it gets to 19, turn your snare back on.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you're smart to catch that. I completely forgot about that. Thank you so much. Okay, so trumpets, I want to start with you since you guys are kind of back with the theme and you're pretty much playing the same thing that you kind of did in measures 1 through 10, just it gets a little different later, but I think you guys got it, so let's give it a whirl. Starting on measure 19, we're going to go all the way through 27, okay? Just trumpets. You can just sit for a little bit, it's okay. And 1, 2, ready. Okay, yeah, that was great too. You guys did that really well. Okay, so now trombones, it's your turn to do measures 19 through 28. Okay, and we're gonna plow through it. It's gonna be great. Okay, and 1, 2, ready.
Oh, like, can
Yeah.
you redo?
Yeah, absolutely. No big deal. Okay, all right.
I have a question.
If you want to take a couple seconds.
No, I just have a question.
What's up?
What's the slide position for A flat?
It's gonna be 3.
Oh, it's, okay, I see now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was A at first and I wanted to do 2 and I'm like, that's
No,
not right.
you're it's completely okay. All right. And you good? You
Yes,
good?
I got it now.
Yeah. And 1, 2, ready. Very good. They are a thing.
They
kind of
are.
sneak up on you a little bit. You're not used to playing anything that fast
Yeah.
yet.
It's just weird because it's like I'm starting here, but I go down, but I have to go up.
That
In
it
slide
is confusing.
position,
You
but-
would not think that it
Yeah.
would work like that, but it does. So just make sure you move that pretty quickly. It's going to feel really strange, but you got it. Do you want to go through the slide positions real quick before?
Sure.
Okay.
So 3,
Mhm.
4,
Yep.
6,
Yep.
1,
Yep.
and 3.
Yeah. Kind of weird. Kind of
Okay,
weird,
I'll
but you can
try
do
it. I
it.
can
We'll
do
take
it.
it a little bit slower. So we'll just do 23 since the other two measures.
Is that right on it?
Yeah, but I'll give you a measure of 4 before you go in.
Okay.
We'll go pretty slow. So
Okay.
1 and 2 and 3 and that was a lot better. That was a lot better. You should be very proud of that. Okay, that's awesome. So I kind of want to start at measure 19 and do same thing that we did, but I want to put both of y'all's parts together this time. Okay. Not just sit tight for just a second. We'll pull you in just a minute. Okay. And 1, 2, ready. I was a measure ahead, I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys did that great. It was a lot better than last time. That was awesome. Okay, so now I kind of want to backtrack just a little bit. And Madeline, I want you on bass drum and starting at 11, and then you can switch back on your snares at 9 and 10. So I know that's a lot of like, jumping around for you, but I think you're going to do just great. So we're going to start at measure 11 with bass drum and trombones. Okay, and so there'll be a couple measures of silence, but I'll count those out for you guys. Okay, and 1, 2, ready. Three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 2, 3, 4, 18, 2, 3, and